Bournemouth, the only non-Premier League team left, against Southampton. After that, Everton and Manchester City. Sunday, Chelsea hosts Sheffield United, followed by Leicester City hosting Manchester United. Shaka, Craig, Nedum, and Ian all back with us. Nedum, we always hear about Manchester City's depth. I guess this is the competition we need to see it.
Yeah, you could say that, but I think Pep Guardiola has been very, very fortunate this year that overall most of the players have been healthy, and he's gotten to a point where the team that he puts out isn't reliant upon, say, certain individuals, because everybody that goes out there, they understand their role, they understand their importance in the side, and should somebody step out, the person that steps in seems to just do a great job, because I think for most weeks now we're seeing 4 or 5 changes, whether that's in the league, in the cup and so on, but they never really feel like they're getting weaker. So to be in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup and know that you can rotate, but they're not weaken aside, is a great position to be in. And I think for this particular tie, the last time they played against Everton, I think it ended up being quite comfortable for City. So they've got a good memory when they're going there. But then also, as I say, Everton, I think Everton know this is a one-off. This is a big chance to try and potentially get to a semi-final, get to a final. So I'd expect it to be tougher this time than it was in the league. But as you said from the start, City's depth is so good at the moment that I think no matter who they put out, I think they'll probably tend to be favourites for pretty much any game.
Ian, this is City's 4th match in the last 10 days. Does that give Everton any hope?
I don't really like Everton's chances. I think Manchester City went to Goodison a few weeks ago in the Premier League. They won by 3-1. They've now won 24 of their last 25 matches. And what Nedum said is right. They can rotate the team without really weakening in any way at all. And it was an interesting quote after that league game from Carlo Ancelotti, the Everton manager, who said he thought it was, and I quote, almost impossible to compete with them. So that's quite something to say. They are in another level at the moment to all the domestic opposition, and they do take the FA Cup pretty seriously. And of course, it's part of the quadruple, which Pep Guardiola doesn't want to talk about, but Alexander Zinchenko apparently does, the left back. I think they're going to win.
Craig, on that front, would you bet on or against Manchester City to get all 4 trophies this year?
I'd bet against it. And that's difficult, really difficult. So I think the odds would be saying that they'll get trophies, but all 4, I don't know. Look, to go back to a couple of points Ian made there is one, how do you know when City are taking a competition serious? Because no matter what team they put out, you say, oh, he's taking it serious this week, because that's the kind of squad they have. And to the other point, I think Ancelotti said if you try to outplay City, they'll outplay you. If you try and outfight them, they'll outfight you. They've got the physical strengths as well. So how the hell does he give a team talk? After the quote that he came out with after the league game, what does he say to his team? Oh, I was lying a couple of weeks ago. They're not that good. Think about it. You've got Olsen and Pickford out as well. They have no senior goalkeeper. They have no Doucouré, who's works very hard box to box in the middle of the park. They've got no James Rodriguez, who continues to have calf problems. Yeah, they've got the physical threat of Calvert-Lewin and that ball over the top. But as Ancelotti saw for himself, the partnership that he put out at the back on that particular game, Guardiola was able to handle that. So, yeah, I think it would take a very poor City performance for them to go out, and I just don't see that happening.
Shaka, do you agree with Craig? Would you bet against City for all 4?
I think right now, yeah.
Okay.
It's short odds for that they don't complete all 4. And listen, as much as the league title may be wrapped up, you have a cup final to come against Spurs, a team who, despite their disappointments, despite the fact that they're just outside the top 4 playing for nothing else, you have a way to go in this FA Cup. And then, of course, the big one that's eluded them for quite some time is the Champions League. As good as they've been, and as deep and as good as this squad has been utilised, that's a huge ask for anybody, regardless of we're talking about City, Bayern Munich, or any of the big clubs in Europe. Right now, I still think it's shorter odds to not do all 4.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.